You see here the Saudi Arabia 10 Halalas coin, a modest denomination, often used in daily transactions, exchanged in markets, handed over in change. It seems unremarkable to most, but dig deeper, and you find threads of heritage, identity, precision, and scarcity. Every coin bears the whisper of a minting moment, the decision of the engraver, the pressure of the die, the softness of the metal. Over decades, some coins slip into oblivion, lost, melted, forgotten. Others survive in near-perfect shape, untouched by hands. And those survivors, they draw the eyes of collectors. Side by side, we have the Lincoln Memorial Cent, issued in the United States between 1959 and 2008. A coin so familiar that to many it feels invisible. Just another penny in a jar. A coin that jingles in pockets, falls between couch cushions, and pays for gum or a parking meter. Yet, in its reverse design behind President Lincoln, sits the Lincoln Memorial, tiny columns and all. Look closely at certain mint years and you'll see the minute silhouette of Lincoln himself, framed by columns. The mastery of micro-engraving is humbling. The cent becomes not just currency, but miniature architecture, art, and history compressed into copper-plated zinc. Now imagine pairing the two, a coin from a desert monarchy and one from a constitutional republic side by side. They represent two worlds, two systems, two peoples, and yet in the silent language of metal and minting they speak to each other. Collectors love that contrast. But what drives a coin from just change to a rare collectible commanding thousands of dollars? The answer lies in three things: rarity, condition, and errors or special varieties. First, rarity. The fewer that survive, the more collectors yearn for them. A Saudi 10 Halalas coin from a particular year, minted in fewer quantities or withdrawn early, is a target. In parts of the world, coins get melted, lost, or damaged. The survivors are far fewer than the numbers printed. Count those survivors and intrinsic demand for them outstrips supply. Next, condition. A coin scratched by keys, worn by circulation, dented, that's the everyday coin. But a coin preserved nearly perfect, sharp edges, crisp lettering, unblemished surfaces, is a gem. Grading services will score coins from poor to mint state. A mint state coin of the Saudi Halalas or the Lincoln Memorial Cent from a key year becomes a trophy. Finally, errors and special varieties. A misaligned die, a double date, a clipped planchet, or an off-center strike. Collectors adore mistakes because they break the usual mold. Imagine a Saudi Halalas coin where part of the Arabic legend is cut off, or a Lincoln cent where part of the memorial columns is faint. Suddenly those flaws become fascinating anomalies. Let's walk through a scenario. Suppose a 10 Halalas coin minted in the 1970s had a low mintage variety, and most that survive are heavily worn. But one example is discovered in immaculate condition, retained in a vault for decades, never circulated. That one piece becomes instantly sought after by Gulf collectors, by Middle East specialists, and by global numismatists. And because so few remain, auction houses might push it up in price. Meanwhile, the Lincoln Memorial Cent. Many were minted, but certain years or mint marks, Denver, San Francisco, had lower outputs or experienced die changes. A coin from 1969's with double die reverse became legendary. Someone who holds such a cent today might watch it appreciate quietly for years. In the quiet of a collector's cabinet, that penny becomes a prized possession. Now pair these two in a story. A collector in Riyadh tracks a pristine 10 Halalas coin. A U.S. collector unearths a flawless Lincoln Memorial Cent of a rare date. They trade, they compare, they bid against each other. Their clash of history and geography generates buzz. Videomakers film close UPS of both coins, showing the Arabic script, the date of minting, the tiny details of palms or columns, light dancing off edges. Viewers are drawn in, at first by curiosity, then by the possibility. What if I hold a coin worth far more than I ever thought? You show macro close UPS. The Arabic script on the Halalas, geometric elements, date, mint marks. You contrast with U.S. text United States of America, E pluribus unum, 1 cent around Lincoln's portrait. Then flip to the reverse with the Lincoln Memorial's facade. You pan slowly, show lighting angles to reveal dye marks, toning, luster. You narrate gently, guiding the viewer's eye. Do you see that faint doubling near the date? That small arc near the edge? That tiny scratch or mirror finish? Those tell the story. To deepen engagement, you tell a mini history. When was Saudi Arabia first minting Halalas coins? What monetary reforms accompanied oil wealth? Who designed the Arabic calligraphy? Then pivot to the American side. What year did the Lincoln Memorial design debut? Why choose that monument? What controversies or changes occurred, e.g. altered alloys, zinc cores? These narratives ground the coins in human history and enrich their mystique. You can also pose questions to the viewer to keep them hooked. If you had found one of these coins in your pocket, would you toss it or treasure it? What would you do if you learned one coin you own might be worth far more than face value? Could this be hiding in your change drawer? As the story builds, you plant the reveal. And now you might wonder, how much would someone pay for a pair like this, in near-perfect state with rare variety? What figure captures the drama of two cultures embodied in metal, preserved through decades? Then you bring it home. The answer is $11,000.